every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty.
You see, statues like this one behind me were not created to honor these men. It was a part of a movement which became known as the Cult of the Lost Cause. This cult had one goal and one goal only: to rewrite history and hide the truth, that the Confederacy was on the wrong side of humanity. You see, the war ended in 1865, but this statue wasn't erected until 1906, 41 years later. They lost, but they couldn't let it go because they were in denial, and they still are. But see, let's not forget these men, because they did not fight for the United States of America. They fought against it. They may have been warriors, but in this cause, they were not patriots. This statue is not just stone and metal. It is not just an innocent remembrance of a benign history. This statue celebrates a fictional, sanitized Confederacy, ignoring the deaths, ignoring the enslavement, and ignoring the terror it actually stood for. You see, they were erected purposefully to send a strong message to all of the people who walked in the shadows and on this campus who was still in charge in Oxford, Mississippi. You see, for every one story told, there's another story that is ignored and forgotten. For every story of Jefferson Davis, we have a Fannie Lou Hamer. For every Ross Barnett, we have an Ida B. Wells. And yet, when we talk about Southern heritage, those who fought for justice are too often eclipsed by those who stood on the side of oppression. I sometimes pass by this statue without giving it a second thought, because I'm so conditioned to believe that it's okay. It has sadly become a norm, but that's where we fail. But then there are times when I'm reminded of the truth. When I think about all the people who choose not to visit our campus because of our exclusionary symbols. Or when I think of the African American students who begged their parents to take them to Ole Miss, trying to convince them that the university no longer holds on to its troubling past. How do you explain to those students the reason a Confederate statue sits in the heart of the University of Mississippi in 2019? But just like that, another student lost. Can you convince them that this statue is here to encourage them? Do you think they will feel inspired or hopeful by the cause? Does this statue help them see their future with limitless potential? Do we want the type of students who would come here because of this history this statue glorifies? And why do we act so surprised when they take advantage of its presence? Why are we surprised when racists feel welcomed by this symbol of white supremacy? Why are we surprised when those ideologies manifest in the form of action on the very doorsteps of our Lyceum? We all know the answers to these simple, very simple questions. We can't walk away from the truth. Dealing with these historical wrongdoings is tough, but we have to do the right thing, not the easy thing. We must make straight what has been crooked, make right what has been wrong. Otherwise, we will continue to pay the price of discourse and division.
Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies.